What is going on, everyone? It is Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. And today we have another Q&A video for you guys. Want to do one more before we get the character reveal for Injustice at Gamescom. It's going to be happening sometime this weekend. It starts on Friday and it carries on through Sunday, so we don't know when exactly they're going to be revealing this character, but it will happen this weekend. And of course, I'm going to be covering the crap out of it, so make sure you guys come back to the channel and check back in to know who the new Injustice character is going to be. So let's get started here. First question comes from Dane, and he asks, Super, what do you think about a DC versus Mortal Kombat 2? Oh boy, oh boy. I actually never played Mortal Kombat versus Injustice or Mortal Kombat versus DC, so I don't know how bad it is, but it's the general consensus. It's just absolutely awful. And the one person that matters is Ed Boon. And he absolutely hates Mortal Kombat versus DC. He hates it. He hates the game with a passion. So the one person that needs to like the game absolutely hates it. So I think there is zero chance that there will ever be a DC versus Mortal Kombat game. Actually, you know what? I take that back. There is a 1% chance that there will be a DC versus Mortal Kombat game, because even if Ed Boon hates the game, if Warner Brothers says, we're gonna pay you guys to do this Mortal Kombat versus DC game, make it. They have to do it because they work for Warner Brothers. So obviously, if Warner Brothers asks for it, then it's gonna get done. But I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, why combine the two franchises when you're already making a ton of money having just Mortal Kombat by itself and the Injustice franchise by itself? So it wouldn't make sense business-wise, and I think the fans would reject the game at the start. It wouldn't have a lot of hype. Maybe it would be good in the future, like when it actually comes out, but I don't think there will be much hype for it because everyone has a sour taste in their mouth from the first Mortal Kombat versus DC game. So moving on here, Liam asks, Super, would you rather have the new character reveal be a confirmed character or a new character? I would definitely rather it be a new character, and not only a new character, but one that we don't know is going to be in the game. Like, for example, Captain Cold, we know is going to be in the game. Harley Quinn, we know she's going to be in the game based off their emblems in the official Injustice shirt. You know, the Flash, stuff like that. These characters we know are going to be in the game, even though they haven't been revealed. I would rather just have them reveal a character that nobody knows is going to be in the game. I think that would be really interesting. It would bring a lot of hype to the game, especially if he's a really fan favorite. Doomsday, imagine if they reveal Doomsday, that would be fucking awesome. Or Darkseid, excuse me. If they reveal Darkseid, it would be fucking hype as hell, because I think he is going to be in the game in the future. You know, obviously he's probably going to be the big bad guy in the story mode. So it would be awesome if they revealed someone completely new, and that's what I would like to see. Moving on here, Mafia asks, are you going to try every character in Injustice 2 at some point? And the answer, of course, it's yes. I know pretty much 80% of the roster for Mortal Kombat X, maybe closer to 90, because there are some characters that I know how to play with, but I just don't know all three of their variations. So, you know, it's closer to, 90%, 85% of the roster I know how to play with in MKX, and I think it works really well because I could provide a lot of variety. There's people who just play with one character, two characters, three characters, somewhere on there. But if I'm able to play with the whole cast, I could not only upload videos on that and play ranked matches and all that, but I could teach people who want to learn a specific character. If I'm good with that character, then I could, teach people how to play with that said character. And especially for Injustice 2, I'm going to really go into the game hardcore like I did with MKX, when it first came out. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, even if there's a character that I really don't like, even if Sinestro were to make it into Injustice 2, I would learn Sinestro as well, even though I don't like the way he looks at all. So yeah, I'm definitely going to play every character. Random guy asks, how do I feel about the new Joker? Do you think he should be in Injustice 2? And of course, Jared Leto is awesome. I actually really liked the way he portrayed the Joker. It's completely new, and it's a different version of the Joker than the Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Mark Hamill Joker, stuff like that. So I really, really love the Jared Leto Joker. And I do think that they're going to have some sort of costume or gear system in the game to make Joker look like the Jared Leto Joker. I don't think that they should go with the Jared Leto Joker as the default Joker, because the Joker is so iconic. People want the comic book version of the Joker, the Batman animated version of the Joker as the default Joker, and then have like a Heath Ledger costume, maybe even Jack Nicholson costume, have a Jared Leto costume. That would be sick. And if they don't have costumes, of course the gear system is gonna have gear pieces to make a specific character look like another character or a different version of that character. So yeah, I think in some way, shape, or form, the Jared Leto Joker is gonna make it into Injustice 2, and I'm gonna be playing with that costume a lot. So moving on here, Mikey asked, Super, do you think Injustice characters inspired Mortal Kombat characters? I'm assuming he means Mortal Kombat X characters. And yeah, I definitely do think that Injustice characters inspired Mortal Kombat characters gameplay-wise. Because if you look at, some of the gameplay from Deathstroke, for example, his machine gun is pretty much identical to Jackie's fully auto machine gun. It's a mid shot, and if you press the EX button, if you EX it afterwards, it shoots a rocket. It's exactly like Deathstroke. You shoot the machine gun, and if you press to enhance it, it shoots a rocket. Same thing with the Joker. A lot of people, when I first started playing Injustice, they said, you're going to love the Joker because he plays like Aaron Black. And even though I don't think he plays like Aaron Black, but he does have moves that are Aaron Black style of moves. Like, for example, when he throws down the low canister, whatever it is, and he shoots it with his gun, that's exactly like the Aaron Black sand grenade, EX sand grenade. It's exactly the same move. So yeah, I definitely think that Injustice characters playstyle inspired some MKX characters, and I do also think that Mortal Kombat 9 characters inspired Injustice characters gameplay wise. So let's see, moving on here. Cardu asks, I know it's a bit early, but who do you think will be the strongest character in Injustice 2? And here, I'll give you this. I think Superman will be the strongest character on release day for Injustice 2, because I know that Superman will be good no matter what. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how many times they nerf him. Superman will always be good in a DC fighting game. There's no way Superman and Batman will always be good no matter what. I think so. So Superman will definitely be... I'm calling it. I think Superman will be the best character in the game on release day. Moving on here. Last question. Frunchi asks, Super, do you think they'll bring back the variation system for MKX to Injustice? And the answer is no. We've already seen everything that's going to be in Injustice gameplay-wise, and there's no variation system. But what they replaced that with was the gear system, in which you could earn gear as you play. And then that gear is going to help power up your character and make him look different, make he or she look different. And it's going to be, I believe, 5 pieces of armor that you could put on your body, like a helmet, a chest piece, the arm pieces, leg pieces, stuff like that. Maybe they're even going to have like full body suits and full like suits, just like maybe the rarest gear will be like a full body suit that will transform your character and just bump up everything. And that's how they sort of replace the variation system, because they wanted to bring something new to Injustice 2 and not only, just get something from MKX and bring it over to Injustice 2. They wanted something completely different, so they went with the gear system. And I think that is going to bring a whole new element into Injustice 2 in the way it's played. I can't wait for it. Hopefully it's not overpowered. Hopefully they balance it properly, but I think it's going to be very, very interesting come release day. All right, a couple more questions here. Next one comes from Born to Burn, and he asks, do you think Darkseid will be in Injustice 2? And hey, look at that. I was just talking about Darkseid a little bit earlier. Yes, I definitely think that Darkseid will be in Injustice 2. He was the obvious character to make it as far as like a big bad guy. He was the obvious character to make it in the first Injustice game, and he wasn't there. So yeah, if he doesn't make it in Injustice 2, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Seriously, because Darkseid has to be in Injustice 2, and I definitely think he will be. So next up here, Lewis asks, Super, do you think Injustice 2 story mode will take place in just the Regime universe, or will it be another crossover with the regular universe? The Injustice story is going to work the same as the first Injustice game. They're actually going to pick up right after Superman gets captured, and then he's going to break free, and then it's going to go from there. So it's going to work the same way as the regular, or the first Injustice. I keep saying regular. The first Injustice. It's going to work the same way. So here we go. Last question of the video comes from Waffles, and he asks, who is the one character that you want to see in Injustice 2? And oh boy, the one character I want to see in Injustice 2 is actually very hard to answer because there's so many that I want in the game. Oh man, but if I had to pick one character out of like any character that has a chance to make it, it would probably be Dr. Manhattan. If Dr. Manhattan were to make it into Injustice 2, I would drop Harley, I would drop Superman, I would drop Supergirl, you know, all these characters that I'm really excited about, and play with Dr. Manhattan. And I will make him my main, even if he was the lowest of low tiers, even though that would be impossible because he's insanely strong. But if Dr. Manhattan were to make it into Injustice 2, I would lose my shit in that reaction video, and he is definitely the #1 character that I wish would make it into Injustice 2. So that's going to be it. Woo! This was a long Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to make this one long because the character reveal is going to be coming up here this weekend, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions and a lot to cover with the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this long-ass Q&A video. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys next time.